All right. It's time. Hey, it's Monday. Guess what? It's Monday right now. And tonight we've got a great show for you. A little after fanfare, you know how it is. We've got the one and only Eddie Rodriguez y Los Volcanes are going to be joining us today. Up there from up north, our brothers up north. So go ahead, tell the wife, tell the kids. Put out the door, get your smart, eat the drink, get your time. We're doing the podcast right here on Cuba Radio. Let's get it back. Hang on. everybody's here. Oh, I invited all the good people. What's up, B? How are you doing? Hey, what's up, Indio? Vic, my main man, thank you so very much. By the way, Vic, thank you so very much for the invitation over the radio gala. It was really wonderful. I had a great time. I'm sorry it took me so long because I think I was the last person to leave there. Actually, I think Vic, you left before I did. Lisa Trevino, greetings, Indio, and everyone tuning in. Saludos de Pearsall, Texas. We're going to have a great show with you guys tonight. We've got a great person, a friend of the show, the one and only Eddie Rodriguez with the Los Volcanes de Eddie Rodriguez. He's from up north, from the cold lands of up north in North America. With that being said, let me go ahead and run that promo so that we can bring him on in. It goes like this. Check it out. Hey, where'd he go? Oh, yeah. Eddie, say hello. Oh, wait. Hijo, that's embarrassing. Sorry, Eddie, man. Look at this.
That's okay.
Sorry, brother, man.
We're here.
I'm here doing everything. Yay, Rick Valderrama's in the house. How are you doing, Rick? NDO says, what's that? By the way, let me steal some time. Rick Valderrama has a new video out that we worked really hard on. I helped him out. Yes, I did help him out. But man, he does all it's a great song. It's, Rick is old school. So he's got like the horns and the 3-part harmonies and the whole 9 yards. It's a great song. It's a wonderful concept of a video. So yeah, it's awesome.
I have heard a lot about Rick.
Yeah,
a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, you got to listen to the song. It's a great song. La Reina, how are you doing, sweetheart? Indio, she's a great singer from up north, from Lubbock, Texas. Actually, not
right
north,
on.
Not north as you, but she's up from Lubbock, Texas. Wonderful singer. She's got a great song. I think she's fixing to release another one.
Right on.
But I love her song that she has out right now. It's well put together for a new first time singer. That's the one that you gotta, man.
Yeah. Saludos.
It's
para la reina.
She released it was a ranchera, and most females they want to release a cumbia, but she released a ranchera, and I mean it came out with full force. Very cool. Very cool.
Right on.
Roy Arriaga, what's up, Indio? Hey, how you doing, Roy? Roy, he's always on top of things. Yeah, always on top of things. He's
gotta thank Roy for this interview today. With,
he's like
with Lawrence and Kevo.
I was like, hey Roy, what was it, the day before yesterday? Hey Roy, I'm like 2 o'clock in the morning, bro. Sorry, but do we have anything going on this Monday? He's like, dude, what are you doing? Yes, of course. So
yeah, that's what he does to me often, and just to remind me when I've got interviews coming up that I need to do. Roy's been a long time supporter of Los Volcanes, so my saludos to Roy and all of his crew down there in San Antonio. We met Roy back. No, it's been about 5, 6, if not longer, 7 years ago. That ever since then he's been close friend and a good supporter of Los Volcanes up here in Seattle, Washington. Lawrence, that's where I'm talking to you from.
How's the weather up there, brother?
It has been lately. The last 2 days were sunny. We just got some sun, so the climate is starting to change into spring, but it takes a while for it to change over here, especially in Western Washington, where I'm sitting in Volcan Studios. This is where we record.
That's where the magic happens.
Yeah, so this is our studio, Volcan Studios here in Seattle, Washington.
Okay, well, if you did that one, then that's Cubo Radio over there.
Yeah.
This is the production studio there.
Yeah,
the cameras over there.
You know what I'm talking about. It's all about production, and
it's all. This is my home, man. I don't go nowhere. It's just like my sandwich plate is over there.
Yeah, and this is our production area up here. So, but just to tell you more about the story, we've been up here in Seattle, Washington since the late '60s. My father is from Brownsville. Actually, we're all from Brownsville, Texas, in the Valley. You know all that, know that, Lawrence. So we, the family moved up here in the late '60s. My father got called up by the famous Boeing company to become an aircraft mechanic, which he was in Harlingen, Texas, back in the day. And that's basically how we migrated up here to Seattle. A lot of other folks that I know of, good friends of mine, migrated up here because they needed to work, Los Campos and stuff like that, like all of our folks have grown up doing, and working the fields and stuff up here. So my saludos to the folks that have been migrant workers up here for the years that continue to support us up here. And my gratitude to those folks because they are the good folks that have made a good name for us. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I picked apples up there.
Yeah, yeah,
Apples. Yeah, I did a lot of
yeah.
apples up there. I can't remember the name of the company. Puro Pedo Talk Show, guys. Hey, how are you doing, guys? Go ahead and let me know who you got coming up on this Thursday. They have a great show on Thursday. Puro Pedo Talk Show.
Right on,
Always
right on.
support
Saludos.
Tejano. We don't have competition here. We have friends that do the same thing, and we got to do it together. The only way we can level up is together. So
Right
definitely,
on,
that's what
right
we got to
on.
do. Good friend of the show, the Lone Meskin, back in the house. Hello. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you so very much for being here. He says hello.
Right on,
It's
right
good to
on.
have you back on the show. Rick says, "Hey, thank you for all your hard work, Indio. I didn't do anything, bro. I just let the computer do it. No, just kidding. Of course, it was
But
real.
that goes without saying, Lawrence. I mean, you've been one of the supporters of the artists down there in San Antonio every year. You continue to support us as artists and put our material out there through your show. Can't thank you enough for all the support that you give all the artists out there. So thank you
I
so
have to
much.
I have to make a clarification because this happened the last time we were talking and I was joking around at the very beginning. I said, "You didn't let me take your video." That was a joke, guys. They're we're good friends and there was
Yes.
no reason, it was no bad animosity between the two of us.
No.
To me it was just funny, and obviously he's back on the show. And it just
Yes.
happened
Yes.
to it was
Somebody
just
somebody touched me with that, and I responded with the fact that Lawrence and I are good friends. He continues to support our band all the way up here, 3,000 miles away from him, and he continues to support us.
yeah.
So,
And we,
no,
for those of you, by the way, that did have something, remember if you watched the following, like a couple of months later, we were at the radio gala. We were joking about it at the radio
yeah,
gala. We were joking a lot
yes,
about it.
yes,
So look, guys, there's no reason. I help as much as people as possible,
yep,
and I love the Volcanes.
yeah.
Y'all guys are a great band. And then you know what? I
Thank you.
think it's really awesome that y'all guys are doing what you're doing so far away from Texas, keeping
Yeah,
the music alive, the music that you love, which
thank
is
you.
in itself. It doesn't have to be Tejano music. It has to be any music at all. But the fact that you're doing it so far away from home is a true test.
And yeah, and you've touched on something that we talked about in the last show, Lawrence, that we branched out for a little while there, started experimenting with different types of music, country music. Our featured singer, Miss Sarah Fonseca, continues to be our featured singer in the band, and she continues to put out the material out there that might be a little different than Tejano, but we're out here to spread our wings. I think Sunny South said it the best. Is we're here to spread our wings and show our talent as musicians, as Latinos, as Mexicans, as whatever you want to call us. But we have just as much talent as anybody else. So again, I congratulate the people that keep pushing our music and promoting our music, like yourself, Lawrence, because without you folks, it's non-existent. We all can talk about terrestrial radio and what has happened to terrestrial radio through the two or three decades that you and I have noticed what has happened. But without the podcasts that are out there right now, I think that we would be in worse shape.
Yeah, I think that's why my radio station is so popular. Is because of the fact that I keep a lot of new music on, and we've been seeing the growth. Last year or the year before last, we had 1,400,000, right at 470,000, and then last year we topped out at 1,510,000. So
Wow, congratulations. That is great, Lawrence.
it's still growing, and it's because of the fact that people are out there wanting something that's different. And
Congratulations.
touching on that, we had a conversation about Spotify. Spotify is still one of the main things, but I keep telling people Spotify is not for the artist. Spotify is for Spotify, especially now that they've been bought up by a record company.
Hmm.
They are still going to be for Spotify, even more so. They've already been sued several times, holding
Right,
back on the numbers and not giving out the pot to the people. That,
right.
that's how they operate.
Yeah.
They wanted you
Unfortunately.
they wanted you to get the subscription. Once they control a majority of the subscription or majority of the space,
Yeah.
then they take over, and the people that suffer are the artists that participate. And a lot of
Yeah.
artists think that that's the only place that they can bring their music, and it's not. you
No,
know
there's several avenues
there's
to bring
there's
out
several
music.
avenues, and with a radio station it's even more, because you get more exposure. You get to come on shows like this, to where you get more
Exactly.
exposure and people get to hear more of what you do. So it's
Exactly.
better to support your internet radio than to support your Spotify. Besides, Spotify just feeds you a bunch of junk. And then
Yeah.
this myth about 1 million AI songs, blah, blah, blah. There are not a million people out there submitting AI music. I
Right.
guarantee you it's going to be a bot farm by Spotify who wants to get some of that revenue for themselves.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Because
Yes.
they have the algorithm. They know how to beat everybody. They have the
Right.
playbook. So why wouldn't they?
Exactly.
Gavino, how are you doing? A good friend of the show, Gavino Perez. He's also another music promoter. If you need your
Hello,
music out
Gavino.
there,
Saludos.
call Gavinos. He can take care of that for sure. Borrado says he's out. Sorry, Borrado, come back. He's a great DJ from there, from Houston. You need a, if you know, he's a great friend of the show. I send him music all the time. Laura Science is another one from Leona Promotions. She helps out. Of course, she's a great artist, a
Hello,
great person to help
Laura.
promote music. Yeah, she sends it
Yes,
out.
she's helped us in the past too.
Uh,
So saludos to her.
Yeah, definitely. Marshall Bowen, my main man. How are you doing, brother? He says Indio. Marshall, he puts up with me because I text him. I'm always asking him questions. He's like, dude, I don't know. Then why am I asking? No, just kidding. He's, I'm just joking around. Hey, it's Hoya. Hoya says, "Hola, how are you doing, Hoya? Thank you so very much. We've got a lot of people here that
That's
are here
cool.
joining.
That's
I'm so
cool.
glad that we have here. I'm gonna try to fix the glitching that's in here on my camera. I think it's my cable, my USB cable, that's doing it. But with that being said, you've got this new song, Dame el Derecho. Tell me a little bit about the song so that way people can get a better understanding of where it's coming from.
Thank you, Lawrence, for the opportunity for that. The single got released. It's been out about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. Under CHR Records, you know as well, Lawrence, that we record for CHR Records under Rick Garcia, who was formerly with another record label, a big record label that we all know.
Hacienda
That
Records. he
Yes,
was
yes.
he was
So
actually he's the producer. Think of
yes,
Hacienda, it's gonna be Rick. I'm
yes.
talking the
Thank you, Lawrence.
all of
Thank
them.
you.
Albert
Yes,
Zamora,
yeah.
you name it, Pio Trevino, all of them. That's Rick. That's Rick
It's
Garcia.
Rick.
That's who he is. Yeah.
And I have known Rick. We've joined the Hacienda team back in the late 80s, early 90s. Continued to put out CDs through them until they closed the doors, until Rick left. And I was one of the artists that he asked to come along to his new project, which is CHR Records. And we've been with him ever since then. And he continues to support us from afar. As you well know, we like I said before, we record up here in Seattle, but Rick does his final touches in the Valley of Texas. Once we get done, my son Sean is the music producer here in the studios of Volcan Studios. Once he is, saludos, Joe Leal.
Yeah. Hey
I
Joe,
know
how
the
you
Leal.
doing?
I know the Leal people and the folks and that family, and that's a special family, let me tell you. So, saludos, Joe. So anyway, the what we do is we record here in Lawrence. We record all our music here in Seattle. We send it down to Rick. Rick puts his final touches on it, his magic, I want to say, because you all know, I don't have to tell you, he's recorded all the greats.
Oh yeah.
From the Dos Gilbertos, from Rubén Bela, Gilberto Perez. I mean, Rick has done it all. And that's why I continue to be on his plate. I will continue to do that. A lot of folks have asked me about that, but I will continue. Once you have a friendship through the decades like that, you don't maneuver so well.
Yeah, it's hard to move out of that circle. You got to keep your circle small. That's what I say all the time. And when you work with somebody, they kind of, it's like a good pair of shoes. They fit well, and you just fit it in there. Fabian Peña, he says, hey, hello amigos, saludos desde parte de sus amigos los Arcos Hermanos Peña Oficial. There you go.
Saludos.
Thanks very much, guys.
Hermanos Peña.
Yeah, they were at the radio gala. They gave me a great interview. These guys are always working hard, always doing the best they can. I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and take a listen to Dame el Derecho, so that the guys can get a quick listen to what it is. And I'm gonna try to fix this while we're doing
right on.
And hopefully I'll be back and not a big black screen. With that being said, here is the one and only El Derecho, Dame el Derecho from Eddie Rodriguez, or Los Volcanes de Eddie Rodriguez. It's up there from Seattle, Washington. Up there, man. Put on a jacket. It's cold up there, man.
It's a little cold right now.
Down here, we're all in shorts and flip-flops, bro.
I can't hardly wait. In a couple of days, I'll be there.
Yeah, he's going to be doing a radio tour. We'll talk about that right after this. This is Dame el Derecho from Los Volcanes right here on Cuba Radio. Check it out.
Me miran que por fuera me estoy riendo, solo lo hago para estar disimulando. La verdad es que por dentro de mi pecho traigo penas que casi me están matando. Yo lamento que tendré que haber todo esto. Yo lamento que haya tanto sufrimiento, pero ¿qué hago si el destino así ha querido que mi corazón te llore aquí por dentro? ¿Hasta cuándo iré a aguantarme sin decirle al mundo entero que te quiero? ¿Hasta cuándo me vas a dar el derecho pa' quitarme y hasta pena de mi pecho? Tendré que haber todo esto. Yo lamento que haya tanto sufrimiento, pero ¿qué hago si el destino así ha querido que mi corazón te llore aquí por dentro? ¿Hasta cuándo iré a aguantarme sin decirle al mundo entero que te quiero? ¿Hasta cuándo me vas a dar el derecho pa' quitarme y hasta pena de mi pecho?
Look at that. I got it fixed.
Yeah, there you go, Lawrence. Hey,
I'm really,
I just saw I think a little announcement on the bottom of your screen that Sunny was on. Sunny Sauceda.
yeah,
Saludos
Sonny
to
says,
Sunny.
he says saludos. Hey, how are you doing, Sonny? Thank you so very much for joining us. I sent him a text just a while ago. He's like,
Good
saludos.
friend of ours up here in
Yes,
Seattle. We've managed to work with Sunny when he gets up here to the Pacific Northwest. So un saludo para él. Sunny's in the background, has helped us out on many projects, including our videos and stuff. So saludo para Sunny. Thank you so much, Sunny, for all your support.
he's a great guy, good friend of mine, and I'm happy to say that. And then plus also, Sonny, get better. I'm sorry that you're a little sick, man, but I hope you get better. We'll be praying for you, brother. Another good friend of the show, David Vela, is in the house. Hello, David. Hello, Indio. David Vela, Oakland, is watching.
Saludos.
By the way, he is our resident actor of the show. He is the Centurion on the Netflix series, the Chosen. So if you have Netflix, please watch The Chosen. Give it a thumbs up. Tell it that you want to share it with some other people. Give David an opportunity so that way he can move forward and find some more work. We got to support each other. All of us are all in this business together. Some of us act, some of us sing, some of us paint, some of them, like me, just be a rock, but we all do everything. So Alicia Trevino says, I love it. It's a very nice song. It is. It's a great song. It's a modernistic throwback is what it is. I like the traditional sound in today's world that you don't hear so often, but who better than Rick? Who better than Rick to pull it off? Because
yes,
there's a lot of resonance. There's a lot of resonance, especially with the guitar. There's a lot of resonance because the guitar, it doesn't sound like far-fetched bajo. Some people, they really want to emphasize the bajo sound, and this one doesn't. This is a very modernistic sound.
So I got a story behind that, Lawrence.
Go ahead.
So when we first went to the Hacienda Studios back in the day in Corpus Christi, I'm sure you probably have seen that place in your lifetime. Great place to go when we started out in this business back in the late 80s. And Rick, I remember Rick being in the studio, and I had my first chance. Al Garcia was the actual guy in the studio with us recording us, but Rick also was there after that. And I remember Rick's encouragement, and also one of his biggest what do I want to say, his rule was that, if you're here, I remember this saying, I think I'll remember this to the day I die, with Rick saying to me and looking at me, and he goes, if you're here to do Los Cachorros, if you're here to do Ramon Ayala or anything like that, don't waste your money. Keep your money and go home, because it's just not going to work. That's not what we're looking for. So it's best if you just pertain and bringing your own style into the studio. That's what I've always tried to do, Lawrence, is to make it all about Los Volcanes. It's nobody else's. It's our style.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to maintain, even through the changes that, and Lawrence, that Sarah's been with us for a while now too. Even through the change with the vocalist, because she's been doing a lot of the lead vocals now. More power to her. This particular project, to tell you, this was Rick basically saying, hey, time out. It's time for you to get back on the vocals. And there's a lot of fans out there that were asking for me to go back and do some of the stuff I used to do as the lead vocalist. So that's why we did this particular project. And we'll continue to do that, but we are also are featuring a very good vocalist in Sarah Fonseca. So
Sarah, I'm a big fan of Sarah. I love her. I love her voice, and I mean, she's a very beautiful woman. That's a gift. But I think it's also very empowering to hear a different side of Los Volcanes, because it shows your versatility, and that's what I was going to say. It showed your versatility going from listening from Sarah, who's obviously a good vocalist, but showing a different side to you. And that's a good thing. You guys aren't a little cookie cutter kind of show group. And
No,
and that's the beauty part of it all. And so for me, I just embraced it. And I was like, hey, this is a great song. I
yeah,
didn't see it as,
thank you.
oh wait, this is no. I was like, this is some of the stuff that I remember from before.
Yes,
And I have your catalog because I go back. I study everything that y'all guys do in order to have a good.
yeah,
I hope to have a good interview.
yeah.
And sometimes I don't know because I'm a little off
Well,
topic.
it's not to say that we've done a lot of project with the new record label with CHR and Rick, but if you go through the catalog, Lawrence, we've been around for a while.
Oh yeah,
We're not this is not nothing new for us. We've been
yeah.
doing
You
this for
didn't
a
you
while.
didn't just wake up in the morning going, hey, I want to say something.
No, no, and we've been fortunate enough to do things like that. The last type podcast I was on, I want to say from New Mexico, there was somebody that called in. I want to say TDK or something
Okay.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That called in and wanted to remind me of what happened to Los Volcanes with Neil Diamond. That's a very big story, and I don't know if we told it to you on
No,
the
actually,
last
I think
podcast.
we mentioned it, but we'd never talked about it here. Real quick, let me get to some shout outs real quick. Roger
Sure.
Jelen Yanis says, hello, everyone. Thank you so very much. David Vela, he says, thank you, Indio, for the shout out, brother. Hey, anytime, brother. Lisa Trevino, she agrees with you. She says, true that. Y'all guys have some great music as well. And that's just once again,
Thank
I
you.
did re-emphasize the fact that you guys have been doing this. You didn't just realize that Timmy was having a sale on music instruments and you decided to buy everything. It wasn't that way. You
Right.
guys are actually accomplished musicians. You guys are great musicians. You guys have skins on the
Thank you.
wall. So let's go ahead and go revisit that story so that way people who haven't heard it, they can hear that story.
Yeah, the story began in 2008. We were in Texas doing some promo. We had just released a CD. I can't remember which one because we did 15 plus, if not 20 CDs on the Hacienda label, Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
We spent a lot of years there. And the hard part about it is, as you well know, it's hard for a band that doesn't live in Texas because the fact of it is that we don't get to see the folks that much down there. So we say we play, but we play in the Pacific Northwest,
Yeah.
and we continue to play up here and get supported up here. So it's very hard for a band that lives outside of Texas that continues to to play that kind of style of music. But what happened to us in 2008, we were on a radio. Not to mention, we did. I know the Domingo Live show
Mm-hmm.
out of Corpus Christi. We had just finished taping that show. We were on the way. That was the last stop I think we had to do during that radio promo. We did that show, and about 2 weeks later, after we're back at home, and you know how it is after you're on the road and you want to get back to your own bed and sleep in your own bed for a while. Well, one of those nights I was on the computer as we are tonight, and I got a phone call, Lawrence. I got a phone call on the phone. I usually don't answer the phones when it doesn't have the caller ID and it's telling you who is calling. Well, in this particular case, it was an unidentified phone call, basically telling me that I didn't know who was calling me. Now the problem is in that time frame, my folks were getting a little older, and they changed their phone so many times that I did not know who was calling. It could have been my mom saying, "Hey, your dad's not doing well. You better get over here." So it was all during that time that my folks were a little older. So lo and behold, I answer the phone, Lawrence, and it takes about maybe 5 seconds between the time that I answer the phone, where I hear this really low Brooklyn accent person on the other end.
What do you want?
And so at first, I'm still I do not know who's calling. But the first thing he asked me is this Eddie? That's it. That was it. Is this Eddie? I said, yes, it is. He goes, "Well, which one do I have? Because I'm not sure. I think I saw you on a television show while I was in Galveston. Again, I don't know who's calling me. I was doing a show out in Galveston, and I think I just so happened to have tuned in to a show down there that was being televised, and I think it was you that was on that television show." And sure enough, he was talking about the Domingo Live show.
Oh wow.
Uh, then he says, "Or is this Eddie Vedder?"
Mhm.
Now, if anybody's in the music business, they know who Eddie Vedder is, who
Mm,
lives up here too.
yeah.
So I said, "No, I'm Eddie Rodriguez. I'm from Los Volcanes." He goes, "That's the one I want to talk to. I want all your material. I've got an idea, and something's happening to me at the Grammy Awards in 2009. I'm being given a tribute, and I'm ready to invite you to that tribute."
I am,
So
I said.
yeah, if you see some of the things that let me, if you just a second, Lawrence, I'm going to grab
Yeah,
it.
go ahead and do that. Saludos says, saludo George Vences real quick. Monica Pena says, Eddie, what are you doing? Hey, Monica, how are you doing, sweetheart? I'm here too. My name is Indio. George Vences says, saludos Indio, Eddie, and everyone from Cali, Freestyle Cartel in the building. Thank you very much, George. Thank you so very much. He says, hello, Eddie Los Volcanes. There he is. What up? What up?
So this was
Crap.
a local newspaper that's caught wind. You know how, Lawrence, how the news media gets a hold of anything. You could be
Right.
talking to me tomorrow. They can find out what you and I talked about.
I know.
You know how the media is. So they
Right.
caught this, and as you can read, holy crap, because nobody could believe this was happening to me. Immediately, I was taken on a trip. First of all, he says, "I want all your material. I want you to send it to California, and I want to listen to more of your material." I said, "If you want to, you can call the record company and have them do that, Neil." By this time, he's already identified himself. He's already told me he's Neil Diamond. And of course, I can just tell by the Brooklyn accent, it is him. It's him calling me. And by that time, he's asking me for more material. I tell him to call Hacienda Studios and himself, if he wouldn't mind, or have his staff do that, because I knew, Lawrence, nobody's going to believe this story.
Yeah,
Nobody's going to believe this story.
Oh my gosh, have you heard about Eddie? He's been taking drugs. He's going
so he calls the studio, and sure enough, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting. And sure enough, Rick calls up. I think one of the gals of the staff calls first and says, "You won't believe who just called here." And I said, "Yes, I can believe who just called, because he called me first." And I told them to call you for over there, because I didn't have any material to send him. The record company had everything. So they sent him all the material. 2 weeks later, Lawrence, he's calling me back again and basically inviting me to the Grammy Awards, which was the Music Cares tribute that they did to him in 2009. I went to Portland to personally meet Neil. I got to the VIP treatment. I got to sit right up in front and watched the whole show. I have to be honest, Lawrence, I was not a big Neil Diamond fan up until that point.
You
Up
didn't say
until
that.
that point. I mean, I heard his music, of course, Sweet Caroline and all that, but I was never a big follower, until that point, of course.
Of course.
And so he calls me.
George just started crying. He put Eddie Los Volcanes dope ass group. Now it's like, oh no.
Yeah, so he basically, he calls me about 2 weeks after he gets all the material. Him and his musical conductor start communicating. This is after he's invited me and everything, and so now we're working together to do this performance for him. He asked me, I want you to pick a song. of mine, and I want you to bring it out, and I want you to play it in your style, and I want you to show up here in your style. But first, I'm going to fly you to Portland, and I'm going to meet you personally. So he flew me to Portland. Armando Gonzalez was with me because I asked Armando to go for me. He's from Portland. He's a big promoter out there. Because I wanted more people to come with me to realize what was happening to me.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't just fall off the truck and do this. This really did happen.
Yes, so the more the merrier. But anyway, I got to meet him in Portland. I got to meet his musical conductor. We chit chatted back and forth because this is 2008 still, mind you. And now we're going into the phase of recording the song here in the studio first, and showing him the dub of it, and him approving of what we're going to do. So we sent him all the dub on everything we did here in the studio. He approved it, and he says, "I'm flying the band down. You're going to stay down here." He actually could have probably shipped us home within a day. He made us stay for 2 more days just so we could enjoy Los Angeles. This hotel, I don't have to tell you, Lawrence, it was probably one of the best hotels, in LA. And here we are in front of Staples, auditorium there, where they do the Grammys Awards. So that's where we were staying. So we could see everything from our rooms. It was just a one, and I always call it a blessing, because that's what it was. Just a blessing.
Yeah, Monica Pena says, "Hey, Indio, thanks for the shout out." And I love the story when Eddie tells about Neil Diamond. I am myself.
Hi, Monty.
Yeah, is it? You are the song, I am the tune, play me. By the way, that was Sentimiento was the name of the album that you had released in 2008. That was Amor de Todos, Marta, and a couple of others.
That actually, that was that was in 2007. The first album on Hacienda Records. That was released in 1980 something. I can't remember. But I can't tell you which album was in 2008 that was released. I want to say it had Redwood Wine, because that was the song that we performed, Lawrence. So if you look for Redwood Wine in YouTube, you're going to see the album that it was on, and I can't recall which one it was, because there's so many albums that we've done. I've lost track of them.
Because the one that I have, that's what I have it listed as. It may be just.
If you look up Red Wine with Us, you'll see the album.
Mm-hmm. Now you me looking. Keep talking. I'm looking.
So here we are. And I want to tell you that we were working alongside of Kid Rock, Coldplay. Who else was there? The Jonas Brothers. Who else was there? Tim McGraw, Faith Hill. So I never knew this until that time we were down there. Again, I wasn't really a big follower of Tim McGraw, but believe it or not, we found out that Tim McGraw is from the Valley, in Texas. We never knew that.
Yeah.
So he related to us really well. He was back in the green room with us. A really humble guy. I can't say enough about Tim McGraw, how humble of a guy he was. Faith Hill was with him there as well. There was other people there that I can't, Coldplay, but there's a band from up here that I can't remember their names, but there was another band up here.
Eddie Vedder was what, Pearl Jam, wasn't he?
Yeah. No, Eddie Vedder had his own band.
Yeah,
basically.
It wasn't Pearl Jam. It was something else. That was somebody.
Yeah. But there was a lot of stars there. If you look at YouTube, and you've probably already seen it, we're televised on the red carpet going inside to the stadium to perform right before performance time. So to me that was the climax of Los Volcanes, because of the fact that we got that blessing from up above, that we got to go do that. So it was an amazing time.
Yeah. It's funny because for I have a similar thing. I met Jose without knowing that it was Jose.
Yes.
My mom, she called me. She kept calling me. I was in Vegas, and she kept calling me, and I was ignoring her call.
Yeah.
And finally, I answered, and she's like, What's taking you so long to answer?" And I was like, "Mom, I'm working.
Yeah.
Where are you at?" And I was like, "I'm in Vegas." What are you doing in Vegas?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm doing sound for some guy. The Smithsonian is here because he was retiring, and then the Smithsonian was gonna put his jacket in the Smithsonian.
Okay.
It was his 50th anniversary, and they were there for it. And they were like, "Yeah, they're here. The Smithsonian is here for his jacket, and we're here in Vegas at the Frontier, and whatever." And she's like, "Who is it?" I was like, "I have no idea. Some guy. I think he's royalty. He's got 2 first names." She's like, "2 first names?" I was like, "Yeah, Joe and Joe or something like that." Joe and Joe. And I was like, "Yeah, Joe and Joe." She's like, "Joe and Joe." And I picked up the playbill, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's Jose and Jose." And she's like, "Jose? And I go, "That guy, yeah." She goes, "You don't know who Jose is?" And I was like, "Apparently I don't, because I'm like, I didn't do it right."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she flipped out. She was like, I taught you better than that." And I was like, "I don't know who the hell this guy is."
Yeah.
So anyway, it was just kind of funny. Indio, I can't see you. I can see me. I'm right here. I don't know what
I can see you. I can see you.
I think you're watching on the phone because my phone is up. I'm the one on the top in the phone because I can do it both ways. And so like you can pick which one. If you're looking at it, switch it, because there's 2 options that you have. You have the side by side, and then you have the other option that actually puts it on top. So you have that option if you're watching it on the app.
Right on.
I'm all fancy. Look at me. I got all kinds of fancy stuff. Irma, Salvio Oficial. Irma, how are you doing, sweetheart? Irma, she's got some great music. She's here from San Antonio. Her and her husband, they have some great music. She's got some really good progressive Spanish music that she does.
Right
on.
Very
good.
Saludos, Irma.
Yeah, there you go. And my good friend, buddy, it's Tejano time. What time is it? Tejano time. And shout out from DFW. So he was one of my sidekicks there in Fanfare, and I was like, "You're gonna help me out?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna help you out." So, show started, he was gone. I don't blame him either, because I wanted to be there too, but it happens because there's so much especially for us that are creators. There's so much stuff going on. We want to capture as much as we can, so that way we can bring it back and share it with people. That's our calling. That's what we want to do, is bring music like yours, Eddie. You're up north, and bring your music down here, down south.
Appreciate that.
And bringing people from the south, bringing their music, people that don't have the opportunity to spread it out.
Yeah.
And I tell people, because there's been people that are like, "Oh man, I didn't get a chance," and everything. I said, "Hey, slow down. It's okay. Music is not milk. Music is not milk. It doesn't spoil." So, good music is good music, and it'll always stick around. So
that's a good way to put it. That's cool. I got to remember that one, Lawrence.
that costs you $5, brother. That's so. Send that check to Indio. No, just kidding. Indio says she's doing good in you. Thank you so very much. We're doing fine. And so that's definitely something that we try to do here, and what I try to do as much as possible. Bobby Castañeda, the 9091 says, "Hey, hello everyone. How are you doing, Bobby? Thank you so very much for joining us, bro. I appreciate you being here as well." Eddie, tell us a little bit about Una Vez Más. That was a single that you had before this one that you just released, and
it was Una Vez Más is the one just before this. You're right, Lawrence. We got so much material out there. I've lost track of everything. But Una Vez Más is a great cumbia that we did just before Dame el Derecho. And we continue to release these singles. But Una Vez Más is a good, nice cumbia featuring Miss Sarah Fonseca. So yes, by all means, please play it.
You bet. Real quick, Ford Muscle Luis, he says, "Hey, what's up, Orange Excuse me. What's up, Lawrence? How are you doing? Luis, thank you so very much for joining us. And he says, saludos, Eddie Rodriguez. Thank you so much.
Oh, saludos.
All right, guys. Well, there is another cumbia coming up with from Eddie, Los Volcanes de Eddie Rodriguez from up north. It's a great song. And, what I want you to pay attention to, if you are an audiophile like myself, other than it's a great song, but there's some unique sounds that come out of this song because, a lot of people don't realize that music is very colloquial. What I mean by that is that people take the sounds that they hear while they grow up and they put it into their own music. So it sounds just a little bit different. And but that's what makes it good. We don't want everybody to sound the same. We want everybody to have their own flavor. And that's how I know what Eddie's and Los Volcanes music is, because they have their own flavor. And I like the song. And plus also I like Sarah. Sarah's a good guy. A good girl. I shouldn't say guy.
Yeah, she is. She is. So we call her one of the guys now, but
she's a sweetheart.
I'll tell you a short story about that, Lawrence. And I think I might have said that on the previous podcast. So we had never had a female singer in the band before. So Sean, my son, had caught word of Sarah, and a couple of the other band members knew of her, and because she had performed some karaoke at some place, or I can't remember how they came across her, but the first thing I tell Sean, I said, okay, you're going to invite a girl in the band. There's no more walking around and nothing but skivvies in the bus, because now you're going to have a girl in the band, and you can't do that no more. Because she's going to be in there,
right?
With the rest of us. So we got to be polite and make sure that we watch our P's and Q's.
Well, it's I've been on some buses before, so that's the least of my worries. I'm like, you guys learn how to bathe first of all.
Not to mention,
you know what I'm talking about. We'll revisit that conversation right after Una Vez Más from Los Volcanes de Eddie Rodriguez here on Cuba Radio. Check it out. That's the Eddie Rodriguez. I'm Indio here on Cuba Radio.
¿Por qué me niegas siempre la felicidad? ¿Por qué nunca me das una oportunidad? ¿Por qué? Si como yo nunca nadie te amará, porque lo que yo siento es amor de verdad, es cierto. Por todo lo que andan diciendo por ahí, me dices que ya no quieres saber de mí, te vas. Yo sola quiero hacerte mucho, muy feliz, porque sé que me quieres como yo a ti, lo siento. Sé que no soy nadie más que un triste enamorada, una loca romántica que solo quiere estar a tu lado. Pero voy a intentarlo solo una vez más, voy a perderte solo una oportunidad. Si no me quieres bien, pues ¿qué más puedo hacer? Voy a llorar y sola te recordaré, pero voy a intentarlo solo una vez más. Yo sé que tú me quieres desde tiempo atrás, este es nuestro momento, no lo dejes ir, porque yo no quisiera olvidarme de ti. ¿Por qué me niegas siempre la felicidad? ¿Por qué nunca me das una oportunidad? ¿Por qué? Si como yo nunca nadie te amará, porque lo que yo siento es amor de verdad, y es cierto. Por todo lo que andan diciendo por ahí, me dices que ya no quieres saber de mí, te vas. Yo sola quiero hacerte mucho, muy feliz, porque sé que me quieres como yo a ti, lo siento. Sé que que no soy nadie más que un triste enamorada. Una loca romántica que solo quiere estar a tu lado. Pero voy a intentarlo solo una vez más. Voy a pedirte solo una oportunidad. Si no me quieres bien, pues ¿qué más puedo hacer? Voy a llorar y sola te recordaré. Pero voy a intentarlo solo una vez más. Yo sé que tú me quieres de hace tiempo atrás. Este es nuestro momento, no lo dejes ir, porque yo no quisiera olvidarme de ti. Pero voy a intentarlo solo una vez más. Voy a pedirte solo una oportunidad. Si no me quieres bien, pues ¿qué más puedo hacer? Voy a llorar y sola te recordaré. Pero voy a intentarlo solo una vez más. Yo sé que tú me quieres de hace tiempo atrás. Este es nuestro momento.
Hi. As my girl Sarah. Monica says, Sarah.
So a little story about Miss Monica Pena, Lawrence. So she's actually recorded with Los Volcanes too back in the day. Back
Uh-oh.
when she was with BNet Radio back then. I don't
Back
know if you
then.
remember. Yeah,
Really?
she
Monica.
actually she got to record with Los Volcanes, and Rick actually was recording. This was when we were still recording in Corpus.
Uh-huh.
Um, and she actually got to walk into the studio and do a song with us. Mi Negro Sufrir is that selection with Monica Pena. So saludos to Monica. Moni, I hope I get to see you during this radio tour I'm about to do and head down there. So hope to see you and Carlos, and saludos to the family Maldonado. So
Are you singing still, Monica? Do you have anything out?
I don't think so. I think it was just a project she did with us
Uh-huh.
just to see if she wanted to do something like that. But she became pretty popular in the radio arena. I think that she just got a award, and I think she's got put into the Tejano Roots
Oh,
recently.
cool.
So saludos to Moni. Way to go, Moni. And she's a fantastic lady. Fantastic.
That's cool. I admire the fact that people that get that Tejano roots notoriety for the Tejano roots. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in the business for about 30 years myself. So it's been
and so it's hard to stay in this type of business, especially with how hard it is to get out there anymore, Lawrence. So what I'm talking about. You got to commend the folks that continue to support, like Lawrence and all these folks that have their shows out there. Saludos to you guys, because you guys are the ones that keep us on the map. So can't thank you enough for that.
It's kind of funny because people go, because some of the newer people that don't know who I am, and they're like, "Hey, how long have you been doing this?" I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I had my show on NBC locally, 19 counties here in West Texas for 11 years.
Yeah. You've been in this business for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Live TV, like it paid for
Mhm.
itself. I was
Mhm.
program director of the Spanish radio station. I did all kinds of stuff, but I'm like, you need to go back and check the history. When you
Yeah.
go to the cave paintings of Tejano, I'm one of the ones that's next to the bear.
Right on. Right on.
I'm old in this one.
I've gotten some folks here that I need to send some shout outs to, apparently.
Well, we've come to that part of the show where you do get to take over, brother. It's all for you to send out your shout outs and everything.
Yeah.
So it's
So
just,
one of them I mentioned before, Armando Gonzalez. He's a great promoter out of Portland, Oregon. Armando Gonzalez, saludos, my friend. We're going to see you hopefully this summer and do quite a bit of festivals down in through Salem and Portland and Woodburn. So saludos to you. The other one is Miss Hilda Pena. Hilda, if you're listening, thank you for all the help. You've been a big help to all the Hacienda, or excuse me, the CHR record folks, that all the artists out there. Miss Hilda Pena continues to promote all of them. So saludos to her. And Mr. Ben Barreras, out of he's now out of Portland too. He used to be out of the Tri-Cities, Kennewick area, Pasco area, Sunnyside, all those folks over there. And saludos para ellos. Nune as well. He's with another radio station as well, Nuna Barreras. Saludos to him. Nelda Signs, of course, she's an old friend from the KDA era back in the day when I was still doing the Hacienda thing, and I would go around to all these terrestrial radios. I know Nelda was another one that always made me feel at home. So saludos to her. Um, and there was one other one I wanted to say hi to, and I can't remember the other one. Maybe it'll come to me, Lawrence. Yeah, there's so many folks, out there,
I
my
know,
cousins
yeah.
that continue to support me around
Don't
the
forget the
valley.
family. Don't forget the family and friends, bro.
Yes, yeah, all my family, Wally, George Jr., all these folks that continue to that they've known me since I was a little boy, and have grown up and listening to our music and continue to support from afar. So saludos to all my cousins and all my family down in Texas.
And then also, I just wanted to remind everybody that Hilda Peña, she is the one that does everything or she does all the promotions for Rick for CHR Records.
Yes.
She does do that as well for a lot of other individuals as well. So if you need somebody, Hilda Peña is available to you. She's a very confident and competent person.
Yes.
To do it. So if you need someone, reach out to Hilda. But there's other people there as well. Don't shop around but Hilda's been here. She was here for quite some time.
Yeah.
She's no longer with us. She's with Sirius Tejano, and
oh, okay.
I believe her new show, believe is tomorrow. Don't get me lying, but I believe
I'm dying.
Yeah, right. I believe it is tomorrow. I want to say it's tomorrow, okay. But it's on Sirius Tejano, so check it out. And
right
and I have no hate,
right
nothing. She just it's good when they get together or when they get their feet wet and then they move on and they do something different. They want to move on and spread their wings somewhere else. Hey, more power to you. More power to you. We were glad to have her and glad that she's moving forward with her career and doing what she does. So good to you, Hilda. Keep going strong. I know she's a hard worker. That for sure.
She is.
Real quick, for those of you that want to get a hold of more information for Eddie, by the way, you can always go to his website. Check it out, mira.
Yes.
Boy, the magic is there.
Right on. Right on, Lawrence.
Hit that QR code, and that QR code is going to take you to his website, to his Facebook.
Yeah.
And that way you can get a hold of his information. There's a telephone number there. There's his email that's there. So that way you can get a hold of it, because you do need to support your Tejano music, especially when you're up north where it's not that available. Yeah. You want to support the ones that provide it for you, especially Eddie, because he's so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
I had a garage band when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was 15 years old. There's 4 of us. We were jamming out. We did a lot of Rush. We did a lot of that.
Yeah.
We weren't any good. We were doing it for the chicks. We couldn't play for them. But when you have a good band that plays some good music, you need to support those guys, not the ones that were like my band who just wanted to be up there and looking cool. Support the good guys. So that's what you got to do.
Thank you, Lawrence.
For sure. Okay, so that's the QR code for Eddie Los Volcanes. Make sure you go out there. Monica, by the way, she says, thank you, Eddie. I can't wait to see you again. And no, I don't record anything after that. I just did radio, but would have loved to do more. Well, Monica, there's no stopping there, girlfriend.
Yeah. You never know. She might do another project with Volcanes down in the future, because she is a good singer. If you listen to Mi Negro Sufrir, that is Monica. She did good vocals for us. She did a good harmony with me on that particular cut, the single. And I can't say enough about her. I got to meet her mom and her folks during that time. this was before pre Monica Maldonado
Oh,
days. This was when she was just a young gal, growing up in the radio, and she wanted an opportunity, and
yeah,
sure enough, we had.
trying to make her mark. Yeah, Monica. See,
Yeah,
don't tell yourself no. Don't
yeah.
tell yourself no because you've already lost. Go out there and try it again. And I always take advantage of that. And just so you know, it's like I am. I said I'm just trying not. I do
Well,
that.
yeah, for sure.
Hey, Caroline. What's that?
That's that's something that I touched on, Lawrence, on another show too. Is that I commend the folks that are out there right now that are trying to get into this business. It's a rough business, as you well know.
Yeah.
It's tough, especially when you're barely starting out. But I commend some of these folks that are out there that are, they're putting some hardcore money into their
Mhm.
career and trying to get established, and I commend them for that. I just don't believe the amount of money they're paying to do this
I
is
believe it or
extraordinary.
not. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize, but I wanted to get this across. I am working on a project for those of you that are out there that are new artists that are or artists in general
Hmm.
that I hope to help out all artists to move forward because what I see, and this is, I always have my lesson of the day. I'm always trying to share knowledge. I do have 4 college degrees and I speak 7 languages. So I'm always trying to share what is knowledge if you don't have any, if you don't share it with anyone, knowledge is nothing. But I do have a program, I do have a thing that I'm putting together that, I want to share. Now,
Cool.
I've brought it to several people and people are like, oh my gosh, you are going to make a killing off of this. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Nothing worth having should be sold.
Yeah.
This is something that I want to give away. This is something that I want people to have. I want to show that it's not about money. It's about the
Hmm.
love of what we do.
Yeah.
And hopefully, with this information, I can help lift our fellow musicians and singers and songwriters, lift them up and empower them
Right.
about Spotify.
Right.
Break the chains that Spotify and all streaming media have on us. So
Yeah.
that way you can sell your music and be successful and be a musician for your livelihood instead of having to work in those crappy jobs because you need the weekends off so that way you can go and do your gigs.
Right. Right.
That's the ultimate goal. And so I am going
That
to
is
release
cool.
something. I'm going to release something here pretty soon. It's all knowledge based. It's been months of study. Those people that know me, I read a lot. I always verify everything that I read. It's all fact based. It's all based on knowledge. It's not any of it is any innuendo or any of it is any hyperbole. It is completely factual based. And I show you step by step on how to better yourself, how to make sure you have your licenses and everything else. And I'll give you a step to step guide. And it's going to be free for everyone
That
to
is so cool, Lawrence. That is cool. That is wonderful that you're reaching out and trying to help the new artists specifically. There's a lot of them out there right now. I've noticed in the last couple of years an abundance, especially female
Mhm.
new artists that are out there trying to get their feet wet right now and trying to get into this industry, and it's very hard, especially for the female. It's always been has been hard, but I
Yeah.
think we've got some magnificent vocalists, not to mention Sarah, but we've got some really great talent out there right now that is really coming on board, and I salute them because they are trying. The only thing I have to say about that is that when you go into a studio and you rent out studio musicians, that makes it really tough
Yeah.
because when you show up to do the gigs and those talented, well-established artists are not with you, that is difficult to regenerate. Let's just,
To duplicate. Yeah.
yeah,
To
to duplicate that
on
into a
stage,
live
duplicate.
show.
Yeah, it is a very true. There's a lot of different facets that we need to go through, and I've only gotten reinvigorated earlier today. 4 songs, and I can't put them on the radio for various reasons, from not having an ISRC code, not recorded in studio quality, all these things. They have potential. They are really
Yeah.
good songs, but the requirements aren't met, and that is out of lack of that is because of ignorance. And ignorance is
Yeah.
not a bad word. Ignorant
Mhm.
means that you do not know. Lack of
Exactly.
knowledge. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So
Right.
if I know, let me share it with you. Let me
Yeah.
teach you. Let me help
Sure.
you. Let me get you there. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do. Jose Oliva says, hola amigos, how are you doing?
Hola,
Grupo
Jose.
Entrego. Grupo Entrego singing saludos. Grupo Entrego is a local, not a local,
Saludos.
they're here from West Texas, and
Right on.
hopefully I'll be doing some work with them. These guys are some awesome guys. Actually, a couple of them I know real well. One of them used to be in a band that I was in. So there you go.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
See how bad I was. He's like, I gotta get out of here. George says, I'm back. Welcome back, George. Thank you so very much.
Hello,
Thank you
George.
for being here. Nice to see you there. George has a show as well. George, let us know when your next interview is. So that
I've been
way
on
we
his
can-
show before.
Yeah, so
So
that way we can
saludos,
make sure
George.
that people can come on and get
Yeah.
there. And you mentioned a radio station as well that's out there. If you want to give them a shout out, so that way people know where to go check that out as well.
Yeah.
uh,
Well, I'll be doing radio tour starting Wednesday, Lawrence. I'm in San Antonio, KLMO. I'll be doing KLMO.
mhm,
I'll be on KEDA, of course, Radio
mhm.
Jalapeno, as I've done throughout the years. I'm just going back on the road and doing these things because I haven't done them in so long. It's nice to do the podcasts, especially yours and some other folks as that are out there, and it does a lot for folks. But the terrestrial radio is still important because you got to get played on the air. And a lot of people choose. I particularly, because we're up here in Seattle, we're listening to Lawrence's shows because we don't have terrestrial radio, Lawrence.
Correct.
So we have no choice. We have to listen to folks like you that still bring us the music and
Mhm.
other podcasts, other radio stations that are just on internet. That because we don't have the radio station, so we're not fortunate like some of the Texas cities that still have terrestrial radio.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but people don't understand that,
Yeah.
and it's once again we're going back to that lack of knowledge. We have been fed this political lie that deregulation is better for competition, and it's not. The
Mhm.
reason regulation was there was to prevent monopoly,
Right.
and now we have monopoly. When the deregulation happened, Univision and Fonavisa, they bought up it wasn't like Norteño made an explosion.
Right.
Norteño's been around for forever.
Yes.
They weren't all of a sudden so popular. That wasn't the deal. It was just
Right.
Univision that was their main cash cow. They got into making music.
Right.
So once it got deregulated, they bought up all the radio stations.
Yes.
There were 3 Tejano stations here in San Angelo. 2 of the main Tejano stations got bought up because they were mom and pops. They got bought up by Univision.
Yeah.
And
There you go.
overnight it became Norteño.
Yeah.
And people weren't listening to Norteño. Next thing you know,
Exactly.
they didn't have anything else to listen to. And that's
Exactly.
what happens. You force feed people and they're gonna listen to it.
Exactly.
But that's one of the facets that happens with music. But now you have companies that own 110 stations and all they play is Norteño.
Yeah.
There's a reason that I have 1 million people listening to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have 33 million Latinos living in the United States. Think of that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So-
a lot of folks. A lot
Yeah.
of folks.
There's a reason. There's
Yeah.
a reason.
Yeah.
And people are like, there's no way. Really? I live within 100 miles of 4 cities that are over 150,000 people. That's 500,000 people
Yeah.
within 100 miles of me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a reason for this. And so it's out there. We just don't know how to get it. And hence, I'm going to bring this to you guys so that way you can have a part of that. So that way we can build it up together. The only way
Amen.
we can do this together. The only way we can do this is together. And hopefully, with the grace of God,
Yeah.
and y'all because it's not me. I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to give out the information. It's not gonna be me. It's gonna be y'all. Hopefully we can get out there and we can push this thing to the top, and everybody can get their share of the fair pie, the way it's supposed to be, a fair
Exactly.
share. Not. I don't claim to be a star maker or anything else. I just want everybody to get their fair share and do what they love and enjoy it.
Amen.
And George is right. We are all the majority, not the minority. This is correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
If every Latino puts in $1, just one, into a political campaign, it will be the most powerful political campaign in the United States, period, bar none.
Yeah.
Without fail. The
Yeah.
most powerful. All we
For
need is
sure.
unity. All we need is unity. That's it.
Yeah. Support.
Overlook our differences and just understand that we all have a lot of things in common, and we need to work together. We need to learn to be human. And you've heard me say this plenty of times, guys, those of y'all that are listening to me. There's a lot of people in this world, not a lot of humans. We need to be with each other. I really do appreciate it, Eddie. I apologize for going on my soapbox there at the end.
That's all right.
But I do appreciate you coming on the show. You know, this is your house.
Thank you
whenever
so
you want to come back, it's always here. George says, facts, Indigo. Unity. Yes, unity is the way we, in this day and age.
That's the only way.
Ugly. Yeah, it's very ugly out there. We are all the same, man. I know I'm Native American, but when I was living here in Texas, everybody thinks I'm Mexican. When I was in Florida, everybody thought I was Cuban. When I was in New York, they thought I was Puerto Rican. When I went to California, I was Mexican again. Come on, it doesn't matter. It's because of the color of your skin. That's all it is. But we're all people.
Yes.
There's a story about the First Nation teaches us the before color, we were all bland. And God gave us color. He put out his palette of colors. And first were the birds, and the birds obviously picked all the beautiful colors for themselves. That's what birds are so beautiful.
Yeah.
Then came the flowers. But some people came up and they picked the color yellow. Some people came and picked up color black, and some the color white, some colors, shades of brown. But we all started out the same color. That's why we all be the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
We forget that.
Yeah.
So
good point, Lawrence.
We need to love that and love each other and treat each other with dignity and respect. And once again, I go on my soapbox, and we shouldn't be doing that. I apologize, right, Eddie, but Dame el Derecho is your new song. It's a great single. You're going to be here in Texas.
Yes.
Traveling around town. Be sure you follow. Once again, I've mentioned this before, and hopefully you can go and check it out, Eddie.
Yes. Thank you.
Right there on his Facebook page. Go and follow him and find out where he's going to be every day. Maybe you can go stop by, get an autograph.
Sure.
The best way you can support your artist is to go to their shows and buy their merch. That money goes directly to the artist. It's 10 times better than streaming their music on Spotify. Spotify pays
that is for sure
5 cents per stream. And the new rules, this is the reason that I sit there and I get on Spotify. The new rules say that if you do not stream more than 1,000 times in 1 month, you don't collect anything. Zero, zilch, still nada. At the end of the month, if you get 999 streams, the next day is the day of the first day of the month. You start all over with zero.
Yep. That's the rules.
All that money that they keep.
Yep.
See? They're always going to take care of themselves. Yeah, it's very hard. So if Eddie's in your town, say, hey, Eddie, let me buy a CD, a T-shirt. Let me buy a cap. Let me buy whatever I can. Well, you got CDs and T-shirts, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll have merch with me. Even though I'm going to the radio stations, I'll have merch with me.
Yeah. So, if you're in there, stop by the radio station or give them a call out and say, hey, you know what? Buy them a burrito, because I know on the road, I've done a road trip not too long ago. Those all-set burritos suck. You gotta get a hot meal. Eddie, you're trying, like, I got to get over here by 5 o'clock. I know I got 2 hours, but I want to get there, hurry up and rest. So you're just going to stop by and get yourself a bag of chips or something like that. And it's the worst meal of the day, So
sure.
if you get
For
if
sure.
he's in your town,
But
make sure you stop by and eat. And if when you come by
there's
San
one thing.
Angelo,
There's one thing I can't hardly wait for, and you could probably imagine what that is, Lawrence. But the minute I get off the plane in San Antonio, the first place I hit is Whataburger.
Whataburger. You know what? You're probably gonna hate me saying this. For me, I've always said that the only time Whataburger is any good is at 2:00 in the morning after a long drinking night.
That too. That too. We've had it that too. That is true. That
I
is
am.
true.
I don't know why. I do like Whataburger, but it's just every now and then. I'm not a.
Well,
I'm
you
not
have
a.
it all the time down there, so
I
you're
know
spoiled.
that's true. That is
You're
true.
spoiled. You've got it all the time. We don't have Whataburgers up here. We don't.
Well,
And so, yeah, I can tell you that the majority of the people that I talk to up here that go to Texas, for the fanfares and all that, they all say the same thing. The first place they hit is Whataburger.
Yeah, I have a sister-in-law, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. They live in Colorado, and that's the first thing they do as soon as they cross the border. There's a Whataburger right as soon as you cross the border in Oklahoma.
There you go.
It's right there, and that's where they stop and get something. My niece, she used to live in South Carolina, and I would send her my recipe for homemade chorizo.
There you go.
She's like, oh my gosh! I was like, yeah. So, when you're here in West Texas, in my hometown, give me a call, Eddie. I'll take you out to lunch. We'll have a meal and sit down and chat some more. Guys, each and every one of you, thank you so very much for joining us. I really do appreciate all of that.
Thank you. Thank you, Lawrence.
Shout out to the love and everything else that you showed us. And that's the Eddie Rodriguez from Eddie y Los Volcanes. We're going to leave you with Dame el Derecho. Don't forget to go ahead and stop by his Facebook in order to check him out. For those of you on the radio, I will post it up on the radio website so that way you can check it out as well. With that being said, if today was a bad day, if you didn't have a good day today, just remember every day planes take off against the wind. You are loved. You matter. And so, Eddie, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Lawrence.
Safe travels.
Saludos to all your radio escucha, all your radio listeners. Can't say enough about the support and how you continue to support us, Lawrence. Thank you so much for the invitation today. Thanks to Roy for setting it up for us. And I'm looking forward to seeing you soon, Lawrence.
You bet, Eddie. Thank you so very much, and say hi. Much love to all the guys over there. Keep up doing the great work that y'all guys do. I really do appreciate all the hard work. I appreciate the love that you put into the music. It's well shown and well deserved, all the accolades that you get. This is Dame el Derecho from the one and only Los Volcanes de Eddie Rodriguez. That is the one and only Eddie Rodriguez. I am NDO. Guys, God bless. Be human to each other. Hasta luego.
Amen.
Si me miran que por fuera me estoy riendo, solo lo hago para estar disimulando. La verdad es que por dentro de mi pecho traigo penas que a casi me están matando. Yo lamento que tendré que haber todo esto. Yo lamento que haya tanto sufrimiento, pero ¿qué hago si el destino así ha querido que mi corazón te llora aquí por dentro? ¿Hasta cuándo iré a aguantarme sin decirle al mundo entero que te quiero? ¿Hasta cuándo me vas a dar el derecho pa' quitarme y hasta pena de mi pecho? querido, que mi corazón te llore aquí por dentro. ¿Hasta cuándo iré a aguantarme sin decirle al mundo entero que te quiero? ¿Hasta cuándo me vas a